Good morning, crypto enjoyers. Just coming up to 10 AM in the London European session here, having a look at Bitcoin, where we've come from, where we're going as always, and we're just going to have a look at liquidity, volume and the bid depth and order book changes with the TRDR console, and see what possibility we can get from where we've come from here. So I'm just on the 1 hour chart. Liquidity to the top side now as we look at the OBC, coming away a little bit, and to the downside, first batch of big liquidity. Really, if you just keep an eye on that 41 to 41 area, we might not get it. Market is pretty adamant to keep bidding this up at the minute. I've actually seen no major reason to short this, although it looks extremely tempting. I've just not seen the supply I want to see yet, like we did back here. So this was quite nice and valid. Come down, find acceptance near the POC, and we ride back up. But at the minute I'm not seeing major supply, so you could chop around here quite a bit more for the next couple of days, take some of this liquidity. But I do think supply lies a bit higher up. Maybe we need to go and visit that 45 area or a little bit higher. We can just see spot coming off a little bit here on the volume, which is absolutely fine. I fully expect people to be taking some profit up here on spot bags, or taking profit in perps. You know, it's absolutely fine. So to the upside immediately, not a lot to see. Let's go down to a 1 day. Yeah, not a lot to see on the top side, but liquidity is building up down below, so you could get wicks down into 41.2ish, which isn't too far away. You know, you're at 41.644 now, so just keep an eye on this zone. You can wick into here. Not sure of how much further you would go than that at the minute, because we haven't hit any major supply, and funding's pretty chilled here as well. So if we just have a quick look at where we came from, so this was our last supply zone up here after just hitting those range highs, came down, hit the POC, and then basically what you've got here is a resistance to support flip. So yeah, you've come down, and what I tweeted out on Friday was I woke up pretty early Friday morning, Friday 1st of December, and we were just bouncing from this value area high again, just finding acceptance there. So I just tweeted that out. It was kind of like it was 4 AM here, and yeah, I was just thinking this isn't going any lower. Sellers are not doing a very good job at pushing this lower. There wasn't a lot of market bid on the perps charts, but spot just kept dropping in limit orders and chasing this up, and volume was just on the rise as well, as we can see here, as the retail shorts 10k and under size, they were just hammering this, just thinking yeah, we're going down, and it just wasn't happy. The bigger players were just quite happy here. So I just tweeted out possible acceptance of price at these highs on BTC will mean a liquidity sweeps into 38.9. So at that time I was just looking to go and tag this 39 level, as we can see here, 38.9, that's your liquidity there. Subsequently, what did we do? Well, we've absolutely ripped it up, and this was obviously quite a bit of weekend action as well. Is it valid? Well, you can discuss whether it's valid to have weekend action and it's genuine, but if it's spot bid and they're pushing price up, don't argue with it. Don't really think about why price is doing what it's doing. Think about what price is doing. Okay, what is price doing? It's holding here. You've had a resistance to support flip, and traders are accepting that this is now becoming your value area, and they start bidding it up. Okay, so that's what we had, and here we are now up at 41.6, just tagged over 42 there. So yeah, expecting a little bit of chop around here. You could start to consolidate and range again like you did here, as everybody speculates, are we just going to dump or are we going to continue? So I think it's one of those zones where if you're in no trade on BTC, just chill out for a little bit and wait for maybe wicks under here or something. Certainly if I wanted to short this, I would look for heavy supply, because yeah, just not seeing that yet. So let's go and have a look at the order books and see what we're seeing. So yeah, here we go. You can see some limit orders chasing around, and this is what we got basically down here. limit orders keep pushing up. These guys were getting filled. They pushed it up on spot, obviously being the weekend or whatever, but you know, they are coming into Monday, they chased this up and they got what they what they deserved. You know, they just pushed it up past that resistance and away we go. Not a lot of depth now on the books, down to 214 million. Perps is coming in with a little bit. So you have got a little bit of backing by Perps, but it doesn't mean you can't come and tag some of these lower areas. Maybe we come down and just take these Monday wicks out or something like that. But yeah, I would certainly want to be seeing a lot more supply. Let's go see what we find if we just come up into these limit orders again. ETH looking similar. You've got a few limit orders just coming down here to ETH. I think ETH has been weak at the minute anyway. I'm sure it will do well in the future. ETH BTC is quite bid here, so that's good for alt players. It would be nice to see that BTC dominance come down a little bit as well, but it is looking like it's taking over again here, so we'll see what we get from that. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. Quick look at the liquidity chart on a daily. Okay, so we can see open interest is rising, so the market's certainly getting quite heated here, which is to be expected. You know, that's just what it is. You're just going to have to embrace whatever's happening. Spot liquidity can certainly come a lot higher and tag that 800 million area. Perhaps liquidity is getting quite high, but not swing short levels, I would say, just yet. I'm sure it will come. But not quite there yet if we look at other zones, and we are setting new parameters here with different volumes in the exchanges coming through and everything since FTX have gone. So you know, I kind of set my spot parameters there up past 800 million, and then really on the perps market I want to see well over 1.5 to 2 billion now for those kind of like swing short positions or really overheated market. But yeah, open interest certainly coming up. This is a daily chart. We can see here, you know, that open interest RSI metrics really good from the TRDR console, calling quite a lot of nice tops, as we can see here. You know, just get this loaded in, get my template, which is this one. Let's have a look, share with others, share. So just get that liquidity king loaded in and save it as your own, so you've got it. But yeah, certainly coming up to some hot levels, but it doesn't mean we can't just push a little bit higher there on Bitcoin. Okay, couple of other things to look at. Alts have still been playing really nice, and one of the alts that I have liked, and I have to confess I didn't even have a clue what the coin was last week, because I'm just a humble trader. I'm not into some of the assets, I'm sure, like you guys are, but I was watching STX last week, and it's just a perfect example of what you want to see in the books. I'm just on a dual screen here, and this is a spot chart on the left, this is our perps chart on the right, and this was an absolute beauty. So it's filling all this spot bid down here, okay, and then it comes up, and what you want to see is you want to see these perps levels hold. So sometimes these perps levels can really get tested, so these are obviously limit orders or, you know, people's stops or whatever, but basically you want to see these levels hold. When you start to see them move up like this, and it's absolute mega bid with, you know, especially with a little wick like that, great, absolute, you know, Gucci trade as we would call it. So absolute flying up. Caught about, I didn't catch all this, caught about 9-10% of that. Chopped over the weekend, go a little bit risk off over the weekend because you're away from desk and you never know what's going to happen, and then caught some of this yesterday on those major wicks yesterday down here. Wasn't quite quick enough to catch all of this, but caught it on the run back up, and it had an absolute monster move. So out of this one now, but yeah, just keep an eye on some of these coins. They're gonna have, you know, they're still gonna have really monster moves. And if we just quickly, so if we just see where that was, so that was 1st December Friday, just entering the US session, and then let's just go and have a look at what the chart actually looked like on like a higher time frame and see where we were. Okay, so you can see if we just go to the first round here, actually just coming up, so yeah, flat, range, starts to trend and just makes an absolute, probably looks good on a daily as well actually, but the 4 hour, I like that way it was like ranging around there. November took out all the lows, start to trend back up, and these are the sort of wicks you want to be getting in on. Liquidity getting very high now on this asset, so just be cautious of that. I wouldn't start chasing longs on stuff that's, you know, pulling these kind of moves now. Maybe it goes and takes these 0.32 daily wicks, but we'll go from there. So yeah, just wanted to point that out. It was a nice alt trade that I saw last week. Pointed out to a few of the guys in a private chat. Said you might want to have a look at this. Daily chart looks good, 4-hour chart looks good, and it's got absolute mega bid on it. And I didn't even have a clue what the coin was. I had to do my research after I'd got in the trade. So there we go. Yeah, maybe expecting a little bit of chop on Bitcoin. I think some of the alts still look good on daily time frames. Just be very careful with your leverage, because as we saw yesterday on Bitcoin dropped like 1 or 2%. And because of everyone's high leverage in the market, the altcoins are just likely to do another 3-4% in moves, wiping everybody out, and that's all it takes to reset the open interest at the minute. So just be cautious there. Yeah, maybe a bit of chop here, could even be for a couple of days after a massive expansion move like this. Watch that 41.2 side. To the upside, yeah, not sure really. You've got 41.8 there, and then you've got a bit of a liquidity gap here at 42 and 42.1 because we took those out yesterday. You may have to go a bit higher, but not seeing too much in the books to push it just yet, as volume's quite high and spot are coming off. So again, it might need some limit orders to come in and follow it up, or some market bid. Okay, so live in the Discord later on. Possibly even do it on a YouTube live at the US session today. Join us for that, and have a good day. Cheers. Bye.